Mike, we've been following the progress of the recruitment of a legacy, Jerome Bettis' son. Where do we stand right now with him?
Well, depending on when someone is watching this video or listening to your show, Darren, these things all go up at different times. So I may not have logged this prediction yet by the time you're consuming this content, but I certainly planned to as of Wednesday night. So Jerome Bettis is, I'm picking him to land at Notre Dame, the son, of course, of Jerome Bettis Sr. 6'3", 185 pounds, currently ranked as a 3-star, according to On3 and 24/7. Um, I'm expecting a huge junior season from him too. At 6'3", 185. And Darren, if like Jerome Bettis' son, if he's a Power 5 level kid, of course Notre Dame's going to offer him, right? And he's got some impressive offers too. He's got at the P5 level, Georgia Tech, Arkansas, Boston College, Missouri, NC State, Texas A&M is offered him in May. Some pretty, it's a good offer list. It's not the best thing ever. You don't have all the college football playoff contenders on there, but it's a strong offer list. But the Bettis name aside, Notre Dame really does like him as a prospect. So, and I wrote more about this at blueandgold.com. But yeah, this just seems like it's just a matter of time. It has for a while. I mean, I could have logged this prediction several months ago, but have my reasons for not doing that until now. But yeah, Darren, I mean, it's Jerome Bettis Jr., and he's a 6'3", 185-pound receiver with, a pretty strong offer list. Yeah, I have a hard time seeing that kid not ending up anywhere but Notre Dame.
Okay, make sure you check out blueandgold.com for the latest on Jerome Bettis Jr. Now let's get to a young man who's a high-level quarterback that visited Notre Dame recently. He wore number 2. He's Deuce Knight. Tell us a little bit more about Deuce Knight and his visit to South Bend.
Yeah, I mean, I talked to Deuce and had that story up, I believe Friday morning to hear from him and what he said about his visit. And yeah, had more reports on it at blueandgold.com. But for our audiences, Darren, on this platform, everything went really well. I think Deuce loves Notre Dame. And both of his visits, one time dad went, the next time mom went. I'm told both parents love Notre Dame. Things are looking pretty good here, Darren. Now, an interesting development is that he transferred high schools from Mississippi. Now he's at Nashville Lipscomb Academy. So now in the top, I would say the top 3 schools for him, at least the ones with the most buzz, are Notre Dame, Ole Miss, and Tennessee. So you think this stings Ole Miss? Maybe. I mean, Mississippi's always going to be home for him. Just wrapping up his high school career these next 2 years at Lipscomb Academy. But still, maybe it hurts Ole Miss because now he's an in-state kid for Tennessee. And I think his favorite school, like if he had to choose today, I think he wants Tennessee. But we have a ways to go in this recruitment. And I think right now that Notre Dame ends up getting him. Now that he's at Lipscomb Academy, he is closer to South Bend, Indiana, right? And he goes to a school called Lipscomb Academy. That usually is a good thing for Notre Dame. Like that just so he's closer. He's going to this private school now. I mean, the recruitment is still a battle. Notre Dame, Ole Miss, Tennessee are all major factors here. I mean, I was just talking to a Notre Dame source on Wednesday afternoon about Deuce's recruitment, and everything I'm saying is kind of the feeling in talking to sources is that just keep battling, get him on campus for Ohio State, hopefully. If not, then USC. Have a strong start to the season and get him committed. And then you get Deuce Knight committed. And Darren, I'll always say that like these kids don't pick schools based off of where other kids are going, but you get a quarterback like Deuce Knight committed, this elite quarterback who on 3 has close to a 5-star player. It does have an impact though. Like that helps build momentum. You have him as the face of your class recruiting other kids. Like that does really help generate some buzz. So the short of it again is it's very much still a battle. But just the way that Tennessee is handling their quarterback recruiting, I think it's going to end up benefiting Notre Dame here. We'll see. I just think Tennessee, their top guy is not Deuce Knight on the quarterback board. But Notre Dame will do anything to get Deuce Knight. So I just think that will end up benefiting Notre Dame. That's at least my read. Maybe some Tennessee coaches like, no, Mike, you're crazy. But that's at least kind of, my thoughts on that situation.
He has some eye-popping highlights. The read option, scrambling around, throwing off balance. Pretty impressive tape you've got of him.
Size, arm strength, the mobility. I mean, some of these balls he throws, yeah, he's fantastic.
Yep.
I mean, some receivers may not be used to catching from a lefty. They'll figure that out. But yeah, I mean, he is an impressive prospect, Darren. I mean, if Notre Dame does land Deuce Knight, just think about the quarterback recruiting. The get of Tyler Buckner in 2021, absolutely huge, right? Didn't work out, but still is a big get. Steve Angeli, I mean, Mike Singer's guy. He keeps everyone I talk to close to the Notre Dame football program just only has good things to say about Steve. And then 2023 with Kenny Minchie, a really good get. 2024 CJ Carr, and then 2025 Deuce Knight. I mean, goodness gracious. Like, thank you, Tommy Reese, for what you did those past couple years, or these last couple cycles with quarterback recruiting. And then Gino Gadouli's just picked it up and maybe even elevated it, which is kind of crazy to think about. So I even like what Gino's doing in the 2026 class early on. So yeah, I'm excited about some of these positions that we're talking about, Darren. Think about the cornerback position. How good that is at Notre Dame now. I mean, just across the board, I just think that Notre Dame football is just getting a lot better with its talent, and I'm just really excited about it.
And, of course, you can read more about it at blueandgold.com.
Yeah. You just said it. I have nothing else to say. Just go to blueandgold.com. That's the plug, Darren. What are you waiting for?
I've got it. I'm good. I'm ready to roll for the season. And if you don't, jump on board. It is a lot of fun reading the articles, the message board. And, of course, you always can enjoy the Blue and Gold YouTube channel where we have our conversations weekly. And, Mike, always appreciate your time. And we will talk to you again next week.
And I appreciate yours, my friend. Thanks, Darren.
You bet.